Before my life was even just an idea, aviation was already in my genes. The chances of me being brought into this world were slim, and the odds were even less that I'd be able to take part in something so special. So before you hear this story, just know that I don't take this gift for granted, and my wish is that more people can experience the wonders of flight. So here's the story about my start in aviation. The true beginning started with my grandfather. He helped bring general aviation into Colombia back in the late 1950s and early 60s. That's him sitting in his beautiful Piper Super Cub. From there he moved on to a Cessna 182 and then to a Piper Apache. Although I never really knew him, his love of aviation was passed on to my father, which eventually made its way onto me. From the moment that I was brought into this world, I was surrounded by airplanes. By the time I could hold my own bottle, I'd make sure to have my little airplane nearby. Seeing my dad fly growing up was a huge inspiration, and I would spend hours imagining takeoffs and landings with my toy planes. As I grew older, my interest in all things that flew grew with me, and I started to modify my rubber band powered planes and then began to create my own flying objects.
I called it the Little Devil, and it looks like an alien ship. Built it with craft sticks. I made the engine holder. My dad did.
Then fast forwarding a few years, I got my first video camera, and my favorite thing to point it at was an airplane.
In his Super Decathlon, Citabria. Made in flying, made in takeoff.
I'd watch my dad and my older brother build all kinds of different RC models, and eventually, with their help, I learned how to fly them, putting me one step closer to flying a full-scale aircraft. All the while, my older brother was becoming a pilot himself, and soon enough, he'd be strapping me in the back of a Decathlon and showing me the wonders of aerobatics. Before GoPro and before YouTube, my brother and I would tape cameras onto the plane and make our own flying videos.
That should hold. If it doesn't hold, nothing will.
Time flew by and I turned 14 years old. It was then that I would take my first flying lessons and log my first few hours into my logbook. During high school, I had stopped taking flying lessons to pursue other hobbies, but my interest in aviation was still strong, and I always made sure to bring my camera every time I had the chance to fly in something new.
Here we go! This is the coolest thing I've ever done.
The summer after graduation, I decided to finish getting my pilot's license, and 1 week before I left for college, the day I had dreamt of for so long finally came. Just like that, 18 years had come and gone, and I checked off one of my biggest life goals. I was in heaven. I could finally sit in the left seat with my brother on the right, and my dad as passenger. From then on, I documented every new airplane that I had the chance to fly. I eventually added my high performance, complex, and tailwheel endorsement. In college, I decided to pursue an aerospace engineering degree so that instead of modifying rubber band powered models, I can hopefully get the chance to build and modify real aircraft. I started to take my videos a little more seriously, and recording my flights has been a good way to improve my flying skills and relive the experiences. Currently I'm working an internship, finishing school, and saving every little penny that I can so I can rent a plane every so often and hopefully one day have one of my own. Aviation has become my main focus in life, and I will continue to work towards the pursuit of flight and to share the experience with as many people as possible.